What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash in this video. Shout out to the Dragon Riders and the House of the Dragon. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. It is the 16th day of October, the 10th month. $515 is the price, $514. 6 hours and 50 minutes left in this wonderful day. I do believe we're seeing a little bit of a shakeout across the markets right now. And I don't know if Bitcoin Cash goes too much lower. I think we're really at a point to find support. I doubt that we go too much lower, if at all. We really could be at a point to bounce here, and we'll see. You know, Bitcoin moving down in this way, that's fine. I am anticipating that we bounce here. Look at that. That last hour closed. That might be a nice signal that it is time to move up. Let's look at these liquidation levels here on BTC over the past day. A lot of shorts, you guys. A lot, like $3.5 billion in shorts. We got about $1.3 billion in longs. There are a lot of leverage positions out there right now to get liquidated. It is possible that we push lower, but I'm thinking that we probably hold our ground here and we do start to pursue higher prices both on BCH and BTC. Looking at this here on the 1 hour time frame, doing some short-term analysis. We normally talk about the great pump to come, and we will talk about that, but we're going to do some short-term analysis here. Looking at the RSI, we're definitely worse for wear, right? You can see we're getting more and more oversold than we are getting overbought. But on the bright side, as time goes on, it does seem as though we're trending upwards, doesn't it? As if we're spending less time, we're more reluctant to be comfortable in these oversold environments. I think that could promote some growth, and if we can transfer this into rejecting off the oversold areas and getting into the overbought areas, I think that would look really, really good here. So bouncing off the oversold zone like that, we're at the 40. I'm hoping that this hour in the next like 50 minutes, I'm hoping that it closes green and that we continue, because bouncing off the oversold zone and then rejecting the 40, that's not a good look. You want to pierce through the 40, okay? That would look nice. Stochastics are certainly at an area where it would make sense to find support and move higher. And the MACD is, it's bearish, but it's not really a factor, I would say. The 4 hour time frame here, looking at this, it does seem as though to me, as if we have like a consolidation phase like this and we've just broken out of it. The only thing here is that, and I would say that was a breakout candle, that last 4 hour candle. We have 2 hours, 48 minutes left in this one. That wasn't really like a lot of volume. This is on Coinbase, the largest exchange or second largest exchange in the world for Bitcoin Cash. That wasn't a lot of volume for what is presumed to be some kind of a breakout here. Doesn't look like it. So I think we will throw this back, and we'll probably come up to get higher highs. That'd be my expectation. So thinking in that kind of format, you know, maybe we have a double bottom here. We're going to see a higher high. High to low, the expectation would then be that we go up to about $561 to $577, something in this area here. Probably find some turbulence, come back down, right? Consolidate, higher low, and we'll sing Kumbaya and be on our merry way to higher prices back above $600 in a matter of no time at all. Being that this is the 4 hour time frame, I think that we make our way up there probably by the end of tomorrow, Friday, if not maybe even sometime Saturday. That would be my assumption. The 4 hour RSI is also sad, but there's some positive things going on here, right? So you had this downtrend, lower lows, lower highs. You broke out of it. That's a positive thing. While you do have lower lows in the RSI, you do have lower lows in the price as well, and that's okay. You're not getting oversold. You're not getting oversold. And sometimes whenever you break out of these downward sloping trends in your RSI, okay, I didn't mean to do that. Whenever you do that, sometimes it does take a second. Sometimes you shift sideways, and then you start shifting to these higher highs and higher lows, right? Something like that. So we're just kind of in that in-between phase, dealing with the aftermath of that event on the 10th there. The stochastics do look bearish at the moment, but could come up and cross green. I think it would look really good, you know, if in this next 4 hour candle we moved up and the orange line came down and bounced right off of that oversold zone there. I think that would look really good. You know, typically you can see here, if you look past the blue, you see how the orange line typically finds support right here in this area. It's not as common to get oversold, so I think we're actually in an area of support for the 4 hour stochastics here. And the MACD, while yes, it is cross red, I'm not really wooed by it. I would say again, it's a non-factor because we're just moving sideways. It's not really that big of a deal. Looking at the daily time frame here, things start to give us a little bit more of a bullish look, because overall, it is a very bullish daily RSI, right? Like if we look at this here, the amount of time that we've spent below the 50 since April it's very insignificant amounts of time. This is the most significant, substantial amount of time that we spent below the 50 at all, and all we've done is come to the base of this range. Like that's we're nowhere near where we were back in April, right? All we've done is come back to the base of this range. So overall, very bullish story here with the RSI. At the moment, bearish, undoubtedly, yes. You're not getting overbought. You are getting oversold, barely. But we're in a position where we could start to move up higher. It is possible that we come down, we get a lower daily close here. We do see prices below $500 again. Perhaps we do. And maybe we need that. Maybe we need that in the markets. One final shakeout of all these leveraged positions, clear them out, and then we move up higher. Maybe we need that. I don't know. But we will form, if we close below $500 on any given day, it's not the end of the world. We'll form bullish divergence on the daily RSI and on the MACD and maybe even the stochastics. I like the bounce off the oversold zone on the stochastics, and it's rather disappointing that we had such a fantastic bounce and rejected the 50. That's actually a really good signal that you're about to move higher, that you have found a relative low. So it's really disappointing to see that get given up. But we're dealing with the aftermath of this crazy drop on the 10th. It's okay. Things happen. Really, what I'm expecting overall is just that over the coming days, we're probably going to be. Okay, I didn't mean to draw that. We're probably going to be range bound with some higher lows and higher highs. Again, I think that we will see higher highs come into play. But we're just going to be range bound. And then going into the end of the month, that'll be when we actually break out and see higher prices. We're probably reserving this fantastic breakout that we've long been anticipating as Dragon Riders here in the House of the Dragon. We are probably going to see this breakout happen in November. I know, we thought it would be October. We thought it'd be September. We thought it'd be August. We thought it'd be July, because every single one of those months have one thing in common, which is that they have all been above this trend line here that we have been below for our entire lives on a monthly closing basis. Every month, man. If you would have told me back in July, hey, it's going to be November that we actually see this move come to fruition, I'd be like, you're crazy. Get out of here. Look at how long we consolidated here. And for anybody who's curious, no, it does not hurt the breakout, the fact that we're loading right here. No, think of it as like an all aboard, last call kind of opportunity. No, this is not. I've seen plenty of spectacular. I've been doing this for 10 years, guys. I've been doing technical analysis since 2015. I've been in the crypto markets just as long, right? They go hand in hand together for me. I've seen plenty of breakouts on various timeframes, monthly timeframes, hourly timeframes, whatever, where they look like this. You kind of move sideways, and then you get your massive move. It still comes, okay? It's just delayed, which really, as I've gained experience in these markets, I've come to appreciate moments like this, because it just gives you more time to buy, right? You can't be with a moment like this, right? Imagine we just ripped right through. There's not really any moment to second guess it or second think it, right? You're not going to have time to be like, okay, this is actually clearly a very opportunistic moment right here. But with all this time, I mean, look at what we got given. We got given an opportunity to buy back below $500, even at these levels of $515. It truly is a blessing for Bitcoin Cash investors to be at these levels here. I feel like I don't know what it is, guys. Tell me if you feel the same. But I feel like whenever it comes to drops, the community that celebrates it the most, at least in my experience, is Bitcoin Cash, because we're all like, hell yeah, we get to buy some more. Everybody else seems a bit uneasy with drops, and I get it. Nobody likes losing money, but the people who are investing now are the same people who've been investing before, right? We love our drops. We don't doubt it. We've been through the thick of it. We're on the precipice of greatness. Give us cheaper Bitcoin Cash. We'll take it. And I think I also speak for all of us whenever I say we're ready. Any day now, buddy. Whenever you want to, we're ready for you as well. And whenever this thing breaks out, again, just marveling at this massive, absolutely massive triangle that we've just broken out of. The move that's going to correspond with this, just tell me if I sound crazy. It's going to be larger than anything we've seen in our history. It's going to be a bigger move than anything we've seen this cycle. In 1 month, we saw 168% growth. In 1 month here, we saw 127%. From 2 months right here, low to high, that was a 200% growth overall. The move that's coming is going to put these moves to shame. It's going to put them all to shame, okay, the move that's coming. I really do believe that in November, we're going to see prices that are worth multiple thousands of dollars. And the kicker is it doesn't have to stop there. We could go a hell of a lot higher. And I want to look at BCH, BTC here and just see if we can make some sense out of this real quick. Okay, let's go Coinbase. Sure, that's fine. We look at this, right? Let's see, monthly time frame maybe even. Yeah, we can go zooming out even further. if Bitcoin Cash does what I think it's going to do, and I'm assuming that it does, we're probably not going to stop at a 1% ratio to Bitcoin. We're probably going to be at higher levels. Okay, probably likely going to be at higher levels. So that would be what, 1.5%, 2%, something like this. I really do expect that this breakout here in the US dollar price is also going to lead to a fantastic explosion of the likes that we've never seen versus Bitcoin on the BTC chart. We're going to see something that puts all these moves to shame as well. And I really do, 1.5% to 2.3%. If Bitcoin's at, let's say, $200,000 by the time Bitcoin Cash gets up to these highs, or maybe it's at 180K, 1.5% would put us well above $2,000. That'd be what? That'd be about like $2,700. 2.3% would put us at like $3,600 or more, right? I mean, I'm just saying, guys. My only thoughts every time that we think about or we talk about these higher prices, my only thoughts that come up really are we're probably not bullish enough, right? For a long time we assumed 1700 was where we were going to go, and that made sense back here. But now that we've consolidated, we've configured ourselves even more. I mean, what's going to happen? It's going to astound all of us. It's going to be great. It's going to be something that we've long expected and awaited, and it's going to feel, rightly earned, rightly deserved for the people who've been here for a very long time. But at the same time, it's going to put us on the map. It's going to be something that, and I don't know if you guys can hear that. Hold on, let me go fix this real quick. Hold up, dude. Daughter's watching Tinkerbell and left her door open. I don't know how much of that you guys heard. I just noticed it. It's so much quieter with the door closed. It's crazy. Anyways, $515 now. The perspective's going to shift whenever we get above here, right? Everybody's going to be talking about Bitcoin Cash. And then the fun begins. They're going to watch all the Bitcoin Cashers talking about Bitcoin Cash, man. Shout out to Bitcoin Cash podcast on that note, and every other person involved with Bitcoin Cash, man. I mean, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to see what happens. This moment is very long lived. It almost feels surreal at this point because I can taste it, man. I don't know about you guys, but I can taste it. And moments like this, we're going to remember fondly. If you're impatient, right now and you feel like you need to see the price move up now, otherwise you're just going to lose your mind, just remember you're going to reminisce these days where you had an abundant amount of time to acquire Bitcoin Cash at these prices. It's not long for this world. And once we get here, again, the party's just getting started. Everybody's going to look at Bitcoin Cash differently. Okay? The haters are going to ramp up their hate. The inquisitive minds are going to start questioning things. The haters are going to have a lot of questions to answer at a rate that they've never seen before. And I think that there's going to be I think just like always, there's going to be a lot of hate thrown at Bitcoin Cash, but this time there's going to be more questions. There's going to be like genuine questions. It's not just going to be Tone Vase and Jimmy Song versus Roger Ver, right? And then we base it off of that. No, it's going to be people of an analytical mind. Not that any of those people aren't analytical. They all are, I think. Some maybe more than others. Shout out to Roger. I think he's obviously more analytical. Jimmy Song and Tone Vase, they'd be more analytically minded if they actually liked Bitcoin Cash, but I think they let their hate of Roger get in their way, probably. That's my thoughts. And shout out to Roger Ver for getting. I know that you had to pay some cash, but at least these legal issues that have been plaguing you, at least they're done with or over. At least there's some kind of resolution. It sucks that they're taking your money anyways. You're not even a United States citizen. It's stupid. I'm sure we're all aware, but just shout out to Bitcoin Jesus for putting this stuff to bed. Hopefully they don't come at you with any more stuff, man, because you're not even a citizen. So leave them alone. Hands off our Roger, right? Don't touch my Roger. Anyways, there's going to be a lot of questions. There's going to be a lot of questions up here, and the haters won't have answers for them, but the Bitcoin Cash Dragon Riders will, and there's going to be some real contestation to the idea that Bitcoin Cash is anything but a better Bitcoin, right? It really is the better Bitcoin, and I think that the price action by the end of this cycle will reflect that. I'm running out of things to say, so I'll probably just end the video there. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care of yourselves. Take care of your friends. Take care of your moms and your dads and your kids. And your plants. They need water. Take care of your pets. They need food. I'll see you on the next one. Most importantly, though, take care of yourself. You can't take care of anybody if you're not taken care of, okay? Very much take care of yourself. It's selfless to be selfish. You got to take care of yourself so that you can be selfless. It's the only way to do it. All right, I'm on a whole different level. Take care. Bye-bye.